Hebrews chapter 11 verses 12 to 16. And so from this one man, and he as good as dead, came descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as countless as the sand on the seashore. All these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised, they only saw them and welcomed them from a distance, admitting that they were foreigners and strangers on the earth. People who say such things show that they are looking for a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He has promised a city for them.
Good morning. When I read the title of the message given to me, Joyful Expectations, top of the mind idea is picture of a father in a hallway expecting his first child to be born, while his wife is inside the delivery room. Notwithstanding the danger to his wife's life, the feeling of uneasiness, nervousness, and fear of the unknown, instead the feeling at that moment is joy. I call this joyful expectation. The title of the message for this morning is Joyful Expectation. It is from Hebrews chapter 11, 12 to 16. On the backdrop of Father's Day. However, instead of narrowing it down to a tribute message to the fathers, the dads, the wives, husbands, I decided to employ this message to encourage everyone to worship God, our Father, using Abraham's experiences. Before we proceed, let's do an exercise. Use your pinky finger to think about yourself. Use your ring finger to think about your spouse and your children. Use your thumb to think about others. Use a clenched fist to think about all four. Okay, are you ready for this exercise? You will be raising your finger when I say the corresponding word. I'll do it slower at the beginning. Yourself, spouse, others, children. Yourself, spouse, others, children. Let's do it much faster now. Spouse, yourself, others, children, all four. All four. Spouse, yourself, others, children. Thank you for participating in this exercise. The exercise is a prelude to our message. It is about Abraham and it is about you and I. Number 1 point, Abraham was an ordinary man. Verse 8 says, Abraham, who was an ordinary man, as he was neither rich, influential, educated, nor powerful when God chose him. The good thing about it is he followed God. Second point, Abraham had a simple family. His wife is considered dead in verse 12, as she was old, not able to bear nor produce a child. But she and Abraham followed God. Third point, Abraham, though he was inconspicuous, has produced descendants numbering millions. Additionally, 3 major religions consider Abraham as their father of faith. They are the Christianity, the Islam, and Judaism. Abraham influenced 4 to 5 billion or more people to have faith in God. And that's because he obeyed. Let me share with you a video from basketball, what a player's expectation of a winning shot could lead to victory for him and the whole team's fans.
3 and 9/10 seconds tied up. Iverson stole the ball! Iverson stole the ball! And he scores! And how do you like that?
It's all but said and done. Oh, you've got to be so careful of those inbound passes, especially when you have someone like Allen Iverson hanging around.
10 to shoot, 15 seconds to play, 7 to shoot, 5 to shoot for Conley off the screen of Gasol. Westbrook picks his pocket the other way for the dunk. 4 seconds remaining, score tied at 90. Westbrook with the pick.
I call this video, or this expectation of the player in the video, as faith. Similar to Abraham's faith. He saw what others were not able to see. In the video, the player saw that the ball will go to that direction. He will tap it. He will dribble it. He will make the winning basket. 4 others in his team and 5 others in the opposing team did not see what he expected or anticipated. What Abraham saw was God, your God, my God. God showed himself to billions of people. God influenced a man named Abraham. God related with this man, knowing beforehand that this man will have faith in him. God was able to foresee that he will sacrifice and kill Isaac, his only son. God was able to forgive Abraham for many times for losing his faith. Examples are lying to Pharaoh about his marital relationship to Sarah as he was trying to protect himself and not get killed. Second, getting Sarah's maidservant for a wife as he failed to believe that God could give Sarah a child. And last, forgiveness to us because of Abraham's faith. He anticipated our Savior Jesus Christ would be born, would be killed, and would be resurrected. This is according to Romans chapter 4, verse 5. And to connect this message with Father's Day, God is the model of being a perfect father. He forgives his children. He forgets sins of his children. He builds the character of his children. He designs the future of his children, both here on earth and in heaven in eternity.